Hey, this is Raul for Bass Musician Magazine, and I'm going to go into a touchy subject. We're going to look at some picks. Now, I know a lot of you guys don't like picks, and that's fine. You play however way you want to play. But for those players that do like picks, there are lots of variations that can give you kind of different sounds and feels. And so I've done a review on borosilicate glass picks out of Hawaii. I've looked at the attack picks, which have some computer generated ridges on them. And now Judith and Carlos from Rombo out of Germany have sent me some prototypes on a special CrystalBright material. They have a variety of shapes of picks, and they will have different feels, and I'm going to give them all a whirl and see kind of what I think, and I'm going to share that with you. So let's take a closer look. Okay, let's take a look at the picks we have here. Now, Rombo Picks makes 12 shapes from the information they sent, but this sampling we have 10 shapes. Looking at them, we have the horizon, the shell, the prisma, the dune, the erebus, origami, waves, diamond, jade, and crisp. When you look at these, with this CrystalBright material, they're all clear colored, and the areas that are intended for you to play are smooth, but the areas where you're intended to grab the pick is slightly, I'll call it like matte, so it's not quite as smooth. And they've done kind of a geometric shape there as well, so it gives you something to kind of hold on to there. Again, I'm not sure what material they use for their customary picks, but these do have, I'm going to say, a fairly hard rigidity to them. So if, as compared to the borosilicate, it's not as stiff, but as compared to the attack picks, it is definitely stiffer than those picks that we looked at. Let's give it a listen. Okay, well there you have it. First, let me talk a little bit about my sound chain. I wanted to test these picks with my P-Bass to keep it simple. Passive instrument, no EQ, nothing else fancy. Ran that through a monster cable into my DNA amp, and I went straight into the camera, which is why you don't hear me talking while I'm doing the sound samples. I wanted to start with just the finger sound so you get kind of an idea of my bass line. And then I tried 5 of the 10 picks. And there is subtle differences between the shapes and the design. They can bring out slight tonalities that are different, and the feel, that's another important thing. So I think one of the best bets is you get an idea of the stiffness. They all have a very similar stiffness, but the shape and the way it feels in your hand responds totally differently. So probably the way I would go if you want to try these out, you'd want to contact the folks. They're at Rombo Picks, Rombo Picks, and you probably want to get the sampling so that you could try the different shapes and get an idea which one is your favorite. I'm not sure how the other material they use feels, but this CrystalBright, it's, again, nice and stiff, a little bit of flex, but not really too much, but it can give you a nice staccato feel. So this has been Raul for Bass Musician Magazine, taking a look at these prototype Rombo picks.